Hello there. It looks like the economic pigeons are coming home to roost, so the Prime Minister will be ordering the UK back to work. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. It is now being reported that the Prime Minister Boris Johnson will tomorrow be telling UK workers it's time to get back to work. The government is now obviously getting more twitched about the true state of the UK economy, and the ONS figures on employment and pay that came out this morning don't make for good reading. Although they don't show a huge drop in employment or a huge rise in unemployment, you do have to remember that 11 million or so workers are now on some sort of government job retention scheme, i.e. being paid by the state to do nothing, something that is skewing the whole picture. But what the ONS figures do show is wages reducing at the fastest rate in 6 years, and the number of hours worked has fallen off a cliff in an exact mirror of the GDP slump of 19% that we've already seen. The total number of weekly hours worked was 877.1 million, down a record 175.3 million hours on the previous year, and down a record 175.1 million hours on the previous quarter, said the ONS. That means the number of hours worked plummeted far more than during the credit crunch, and the claimant count has rocketed by 112%, or by 1.4 million since March this year. There has also been a record annual rise in the number of people who are economically inactive. These are the people who are not employed, nor are they unemployed, but looking after a family member or studying or suffering from a long-term illness, for example. And the ONS reports on this. Those who are economically inactive and who want a job increased by a record 257,000 on the year and a record 253,000 on the quarter. And on wages, the ONS said, employee pay growth slowed noticeably in April and maintained a similar pattern in May. Pay is now growing slower than inflation, especially in industries where furloughing is most prominent. The ONS also said that between March and May, the number of employees on the payroll fell by approximately 575,000, and that makes it a total fall of about 650,000 since the start of the crisis. And with news coming out that 1 in 3 employers is looking to cull some of their staff in the coming months, the call from Boris to get back to work should come as welcome news to workers. I say should, but the left will of course portray this as the Tories putting money above workers' health and rights, so leading to many workers not being so happy. This expected call to work by the government also chimes in with the first address in decades by a Bank of England governor to the Conservative Party 1922 backbench committee of the men in grey suits. And the governor, Andrew Bailey, told the assembled Tories that he was shocked at how empty of workers London was, and that he had a 3-point plan to get people back to work there. Not to just occupy offices and work for employers, but also to be out and about, spending in the cafes, bars, shops and hairdressers in the London economy. And there is also the point that if working from home becomes the norm for most office-type workers, then that whole local economy that supported them will collapse. But then so will London office and business rental prices, and that could even spread to the residential property sector. Now, the first part of Bailey's 3-point plan is to get people feeling comfortable enough to once again use public transport, to feel that it was safe to do so. The second point is to get all the lockdown restrictions lifted as soon as possible. and the third is getting people back to productive work. But the key point seems to be the public transport bit. And one of the first things the government is expected to do is once again get Whitehall bustling with civil servants, to provide an example to all UK workers and to show that the UK is opening up for business. But levering civil servants out of their homes and back into those dusty offices may be easier said than done. And if they won't return to work and are backed in this by their unions, then why should anyone else? At the end of the day, the only way back may be to start removing the money, but people will demand cast iron science to back that up. Many people have now filled their lives with things other than the daily grind, and are quite content for the number 11 Downing Street money tree to be harvested for a bit longer. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. And thank you very much for watching.